Good morning, sunshines. Callie Carroll here, talking to you about a magical day. We're doing Rhonda Byrne's practice, an intentional practice of 28 days of gratitude. And hopefully by now, you guys are starting to see how it can actually change your world, your life. If you've been doing it the whole time, we're on day 18. If you haven't, go back to day one. You can join us and you can do each day multiple times, and you can do this full practice multiple times as I've had. Today's all about setting up the intention of having things done for us. So if you've noticed, we've spent time giving gratitude for things in our past. We've spent time giving gratitude for things that were in our present. And now we're really thinking about things that we want done for us, like the magical check yesterday, the money that we want to come in to cover things. There are also things in your life, I'm guessing, tell me if this is true, that you just don't want to do. You don't have time to do. You don't know how to do. But by golly gosh darn, you just want them done for you. Wouldn't it be magical if those things were just wiped off your list? When I first came into personal development, professional development, mindset training, the first book that I read, given to me by my mentor, suggested by my mentor, was Eat That Frog, because I've always been one to want to do and accomplish so many different things with all of these different ideas and very little tactic to finish. I'm great starter, not a great finisher. And I couldn't get all of these different ideas straight in my head. And finally, my mentor was like, okay, you need to start with Eat That Frog, because he's going to support you in realizing that your to-do list of 100 things, you're going to get done 8. So we got to figure out how to empty the mind of the other 92 things so that you can focus on the 8, do them well, and move on. Now, today we get to focus on the other 92. I just made up that number. I don't know if it's exactly right, guys. We get to focus on the other 92, and we're going to ask the universe to take care of them for us. Again, I know what some of you guys are thinking. The skeptics are like, yeah, okay, Cal. This seems like another ridiculous practice. It's not. And why not take whatever time this video is and 3 minutes afterwards to just see if it supports you in your world. See what happens. Again, a good attitude is definitely going to make this go much further than the disbelief. That's just the way that it works. But here's where we're going to start. I would love to have you and encourage you to grab out a piece of paper or your notes in your phone and think about the things that you really want done that you haven't done for one reason or another. And they could be on your wish list, they could be on your necessity list, but they're there, right? You would like to have all of the gardening finished because it's spring and you just don't like planting flowers, but you'd like to have some flowers planted. You'd like to have some beautiful landscaping. You would like to have your husband finish the dog run. Ooh, I named a person. Sorry, that one might be me. Okay, just disregard that one. You would like to have something done within your home. There's some different things at work you need taken care of. There's stuff that you need done with the kids or with the doctors or with your friendships, with your relationship. And all of those things, you're going to write them on your to-do list. Again, these may be things that you don't know how to do. They may be things that you don't know if you want to do, like it's just not your favorite thing, I suppose. They could be things that you just can't find time to do. Like, I know I want to get this done, but I just don't have time. And just so you guys know, when we have all of these different things that we're not getting to, it can tend to arrive in our heart like a feeling of overwhelmness. And when you're feeling overwhelmed, that can lead to a lack of confidence, a slight depression. You want to give up. It's like there's just too much. I don't know where to start, so I'm just not going to do anything. And that's why once we put these down on paper and we let go of the like, oh, now I have to do those, we're putting them down on paper so that you can let go and ask for support within those and see what happens. Remember that focusing on the problem leads to more problems, but focusing on gratitude for a solution leads to an actual solution. So if we're like, oh, I can never get this dog run done, it's just bugging me, it's driving me crazy. Yet if I just focus on it being done and beautiful, I don't know how it might get done and beautiful, but it could happen. You write out your list. Maybe that's 5 things, maybe that's 80 things, whatever it is. At least now it's out of your head. You've got it down on paper. That feels better. You don't need to put a checklist next to it because this isn't like you're trying to like check it off. That might make you feel, just write it down. And then after that, you're going to pick 3 items that you would like to be done for you. And I know, of course, you want all of them done, but we're going to start with 3 of them because it does take focused energy and concentration. And you're going to imagine them one at a time being complete. Everything's done nicely. It's ideal. It's how you want it. And you're giving thanks for that situation being resolved for you, for the task being completed for you, for the project being done, and you're just so happy about it. Visualize what that would look like and what that would feel like. And then spend at least a minute on each one of these. You're going to go through 3 different practices today. And as you go through each day in your life, you might want to pick another one because you're like, okay, that one got done, that one got done. And if you are able to recognize like when they are accomplished, to cross them off will feel very good. I'm going to reiterate, you do not need to know how this occurred. You do not need to know who accomplished it, how it got done. You're just going to be visualizing it done and see what happens. All right. For me, when I was doing this practice, one of the things I decided to focus on is I have, again, all of these different ideas and ways that I want to support people and help people. And I've created so many websites. It drives me crazy, you guys. And I am not in website production or a graphic designer. Thank goodness for Canva. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Canva. That's not my role. But at the same time, I've needed to have websites to accomplish my businesses. So they're rather basic. And also I've got like 4 of them. And I decided on my to-do list, I would love to have one landing page, one spot that redirects people to the right areas, to the offerings that I have to be able to support the most people and be able to provide as much value to them as possible. And I just want the website there. I want it done and I want it beautiful and I want it intriguing. And that's what I'm looking for. So for me, visualizing that done, visualizing myself opening up my laptop or my phone and seeing calliecarroll.com and being like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I love, love, love it. I love everything about it. Oh, and then I'm like excited and I'm pushing each button. I'm like, oh man, this is perfect. It's more than I ever could have expected. Oh my, I love this feature. Look at this. This is amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this incredible interactive website that delivers the exact message that I would like to deliver and supports people to step into their greatest selves. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this being here. And going through and seeing it done, number one, obviously, you have that internal shift of joy in your heart. All of these practices create an immediate shift of joy because when you're giving gratitude, you can't be harboring that anger, sadness, worry, whatever that is. So automatically, I feel that. And at the same time, I know from personal experience, the more that I visualize that happening over and over and over again, then it's going to arrive. Again, I don't know when and I don't know how, but I know it will happen. So that gives you an idea of what one of the practices would be. You're going to take it through and visualize it your way. If you are not great at visualizing, if this is still new to you, you can grab a piece of paper, you can draw things out. You can simply, like for me, what's supportive is like going for a walk or moving at the same time because it gets me out of my own head. So being in movement helps visualization. It could be like at a yoga or in a meditative state, or it could be like honestly when you're going to the bathroom or when you're in the shower. Sounds weird, but it's one of the times where our brain's really able to open because it's a time where we're used to being relaxed. So use any of those as support. Today is our magic to-do list. Title the list after you've made it, magical to-do list. And then add to it whenever you have something that comes up. You're like, oh man, I don't know how to do that. I don't have time to do that. I need somebody else to take care of it. Write it down on the list, get it out of your head, onto the paper, visualize it being done for you, see how things start to shift. We are, you guys, on day 18, practice number 18 of our magic practice with Rhonda Byrne. We had 2 previous, like 2 starter lessons to help get us ready for the practice, and 2 or 3. Maybe it was 3. I don't know. And now we're going through each day specifically. We have 10 days left. So stick around. We're going to start to really reiterate what it's like to have massive gratitude. So, more about getting that feeling to build exponentially within us after this. At the same time, you guys can continue to go back to your thank you for your health. Thank you for your relationships. Thank you for your healing. Thank you for the money. All of those different things are going to start to arrive in your heart more often. Don't forget, we will open up our day with our list, our counter blessings of 10 gratitudes. And we finish our day with our what was the best moment, that magic rock, reminding you to think about all of the great moments. And we bookend our day with a happy heart. All right. I am Callie Carroll. Thank you again for joining me. I want to remind you that perspective reveals miracles, and we will